Good afternoon once again from Springfield Central High School. Court known as the Pit. We are feature channel number 2, feature court number 2, BBC feature court number 1. You can go to nchclive.com and see all the archived games from the last couple of days. Facebook games are out there as well. You'll have to go to our Facebook channel to rewatch those. But my broadcast partner Paul Gilmore telling me that he watched a few of those yesterday, and great interaction with the fans, lots of comments, lots of love coming from around the country. We've got another Gold Ball Championship game for you here. This is boys 14U 2A Gold Ball Championship. The Northwest Arkansas Hornets, NWA Hornets, and the Rockford Fire. I missed it one time, and it was at the very end of the game. I said Rockford Files. So if that slips out, I apologize. But I grew up watching that show, so that's when I see Rockford, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Rockford, Illinois, a great town. Rockford Fire, great program in the National Christian Basketball Homeschool National Tournament. Jumping center, we've got Tyler Llewellyn. Going to jump it up against Corbin Mora. Joel Cottle, head coach of the NWA Hornets. Coach Young for the Rockford Fire. 6 minutes on the clock. Here we go, and the Hornets will control. Parker Branscombe with the basketball there. They'll call out a play, and this is a little slower pace than what we've seen the last couple of games. Usually by now there's about 10 points on the board.
Yeah, I think they're feeling each other out, trying to see weak points and figure out how to attack.
Mora a little bit short.
Would it surprise you if I've never seen Rockford Files or heard of it?
You've never heard of Rockford Files? Oh my goodness.
Not. Okay, I've heard of the X-Files.
Do you know who James Garner is?
I do.
Okay, James was a private investigator, star of the show. He had an older man that played his dad. You know, Magnum PI, nice shot there. And Rockford on the board, 2-0. Anyway, it's kind of like an older version of Magnum PI.
Okay.
So, old 70s show, which just shows how old I am. Branscombe down the double team.
Yeah, Rockford very aggressive right out of the gate.
Shot won't fall.
Good rebound by Llewellyn. Good strong rebound, ripped it down.
Carter Young will go down the left side. 3-ball, deep left, no good for David Rose. Runner won't fall. Rim so far not very kind to the Hornets.
No, and it hasn't been very kind today. We were talking about yesterday the shooter's touch, friendly rolls that people were getting on these rims, and today it just seems like a bunch of those little dink and dunk kind of shots have just rolled off or popped off.
3-ball off the mark for Isaac Cottle. Carter Young, left side. Dribble drive by Llewellyn. Comes up empty. The one there, Sam Kirkman. Wide open 3 look for Corbin Mora.
Another good rebound from Llewellyn. He's really getting up there.
Owning the boards on the defensive end.
And if you're Rockford, that's what you're looking for. You've got to control the glass. We've seen time after time the games that teams get a ton of second and third opportunities, just really take advantage of those.
Doesn't end well. Well, it does for the team with a second, third opportunity.
Right.
Young will back it up. Llewellyn down on the right block. Got his hand up, calling for it. Cease with the drive and the basket. Colton Cease. All the way along the baseline goes Branscombe. Now back inside. Mora can't convert. Another offensive opportunity, now stolen by David Rose.
Yeah, good hands by Rose.
Has it taken away at the last second. Going to be a foul on Emmerich Broach. So send Rose to the free throw line.
You just get the feeling that once the Hornets get a couple of these layups to fall in, they'll be fine.
Katie bar the door.
Yeah, they had the handle of Branscombe has been very impressive so far against the defense of the Fire, and he's made some great passes. They just haven't gotten any to fall yet.
Well, don't feel too bad. I'm sure if we had a show of hands right now, people listening that heard the Rockford Files commentary, majority of hands, if you said how many know of the Rockford Files, would not go up. I know I'm in the minority, and that's okay. I'm comfortable there. In the corner, Silas Wood, back up top to Emmerich Broach. Works around Rose. Gets to the right elbow, is fouled. That's going to be on Rose. Pushing foul. Team fouls even at 1 apiece.
So I promised the last question about Rockford Files. Is it has to do with Rockford, Illinois?
No.
Okay.
That's the name of the investigator is Jim Rockford. So it's just his investigative files is kind of the play on the title of the show there, Rockford Files. Once again, Llewellyn on the defensive board.
I like the way that he brings it down and just cradles it. He's not going to allow anyone to rip that out of his hands.
Under 2 to go here, first quarter. Hornets still trying to get on. Put back, there we go for Parker Jones.
Almost kind of fading away on that layup.
Yep. And there we go. The Hornets get on the board. It was Cottle, right?
Yes.
Isaac Cottle with his first 2. Good hustle on the defensive end. We've talked about the fan creativity. We've got some fun fan boards over here in the cheering section.
And there's Jeff Ford killing their fun. Telling them to sit down because it's messing with the camera.
Oh, the camera killer.
It's okay, Jeff. We know you take great pride in the quality of the production.
Jeff is one of the guys that put all this together and set up cameras and broadcast positions in this gym and BBC. He and Darren Wilkins. Brian Thompson, our camera coordinator or camera operator here. We've got Aspen and Taylor Rodrock running the engineering controls, and Young, after all of his rebounding contributions, now gets on the scorebook. Carter Young with 2, shooting for 3. To 2, the Hornets struggle for most of the quarter to get anything on the board. They finally do. Another opportunity for Rockford here.
They're going to call that foul on Llewellyn. That time just a little bit too aggressive on the offensive glass.
Full court pressure by Rockford. A little too high. David Stetmeyer needed a step ladder to get up and grab that one.
A little miscommunication between him and Broach. Broach thought he was cutting towards the basket, but I'm not sure even if he was 7 foot he would have caught that.
That one was up there. Timeout taken by Rockford. Be a 30-second, I believe. Nope. Yeah, 30-second. For Coach Young, he was clearly not happy about something there at the end of the possession. All these games, again, that we've done yesterday, so far today, any game that's really broadcast throughout the course of the tournament will be archived on the YouTube channels. Each court has its own subscription that you can do. And then if you want to be notified when games are happening, there's a little button or alarm there that you can see. Click on it, and you'll be notified whenever games are happening in either gym. Very nice thing just happened. We had a member from the cheering section down here come up and check and make sure they weren't blocking our view. That was very kind. Entry pass, batted away. Rockford will recover as we approach the end of the first quarter. Cease, down low to Young, baseline, spin move, got it.
Wow.
How about that?
Big time move from Carter Young.
Something you expect to see maybe from 16 or 18. That's a pretty big move for a 14. Turnaround shot, no good. Guess who again with the rebound. And what you mentioned earlier was really the key to that whole thing right there. Young, by wrapping up around it, kept it from being stripped away in that sequence.
Yeah, Young and Llewellyn have been great on the boards for the Fire.
Cease kicks it out to the corner for a 3-ball at the buzzer. No good for Llewellyn. 11-2. Your first quarter lead. Rockford over the Hornets. Quarter number 2 coming up here. NCHClive.com. Again, all the YouTube links are available there. We'll be right back.
I used to think that living with aches and pains was just going to be part of my life. But now, I have a secret weapon. Real-time pain relief cream. I just rub it in and the pain is gone. It smells great, doesn't burn my skin, but don't take my word for it. You can try it yourself for just $1. Order yours now at tvpainrelief.com. Again, that's tvpainrelief.com. Real-time pain relief. It will be $1 well spent.
Second quarter, ready to go. Again, boys 14U 2A Gold Ball Championship. It'll be Rockford basketball to start. That young man is Carter Young. He's got 4 points in the game. Tries to go right. He's cut off. David Rose there, back to Carter Young. Down on the block. Spin move by Llewellyn. Tapped out of bounds to the Hornets.
Just a quick update over from BBC. We have the St. Louis Blue Knights. It looks like they're going to finish off the Noah Jaguars. They're up 55-44 with 30 seconds to go.
They've stretched it out. Drive all the way to the basket. Offensive foul. It's going to be charged to Isaac Cottle. And that'll be team foul number 3.
Yeah, great job by the defender just to plant there. Saw that the offensive player really had no other option on his mind other than going to the basket.
Correction, team foul number 4. Colton Cease stops long enough to check in with Coach Young. On the directive here. Drive down the left side. Good looking shot, just didn't quite roll in. Approaching 5 to play here in the first half. Cease with the steal and the layup. Colton Cease with 4. 13-2. Rockford beginning to stretch the lead here. Mora goes baseline. Got a good angle and laid it in. His first 2. Mora and Cottle accounting for the scoring on the Hornets side of the scoreboard.
And you just get the feeling that they've had those looks in the first quarter. It didn't hit a lot of them, but if they do, boom, they have a chance. But unless you keep giving up a bunch of threes, then that makes it a little bit harder.
Colton Cease stepped right into that one and buried it. He's got 7. Now a 12-point lead. Mora thought about going baseline. They'll swing it around to the other side instead. Pull-up jumper for Cottle. Too hard. Good job chasing it down by Mora. They'll have another opportunity. Screen by Mora. No roll, though. 3 ball, forced up off the side. No good. It'll be Rockford basketball.
Yeah, it's amazing how much the made shots and the steals energize the defense even further. I mean, the Fire were playing aggressive defense right off the tip, but now that they're up 16-4, it's almost like they smell blood in the water.
Yep. Well, that's what great teams do. We saw that with Indianapolis yesterday. Coach Violek, their team came out and really hit their opponent hard and never let up, never let them back into the game. After the game, he said that was something that they've had to learn through the season to respond and not let the other team back in the game. They've given up some big leads, but not yesterday. That shot rejected. 3 ball for Mora is good. He's got 5. Hornets got to find some other young men to score. They've got 2 who've contributed a little bit so far. But then again, the pressure Rockford's putting on, that's not easy.
Yeah, they are making it difficult for everything that the Hornets are trying to do.
Young between a couple of defenders, too hard. Llewellyn, put back is good. For all the work Llewellyn has done in this game, that's his first 2 points.
Yeah, he's with the rebounding, though, he's doing it on the offensive and defensive end now.
Almost backcourt. Boy, their hands are just everywhere defensively. Wow. Travel call, I guess. The official's back here against the baseline. We can't see him. I'm going to guess that's what the call was.
Well, and Branscombe is unfortunately just encountering a ton of opposition everywhere he goes on the court. I mean, they're noticing he's got some great handles, so they're definitely focusing some attention on him when he comes down the court.
Colton Cease with 7 points leads all scorers. That's him there. Tries to dish underneath to Young. Too far in front. Turnover back to the Hornets. Got a full timeout here taken by the Hornets. That is Coach Cottle's first. We'll take one with him. You're watching high school basketball, the boys 14U 2A Gold Ball Championship game on YouTube. Hornet basketball out of the timeout. Right in front of their bench. They'll throw it in. 2:26 to go. They trail by 11, 18-7. Branscombe. Emmerich Roach. Nice look inside. Good turnaround move. Drops for Isaac Cottle.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to need to do to get back into the game. They're going to have to make sure they get the ball into the middle and get some easier looks than what they've gotten so far.
Looks like the Hornets have dialed up some defensive pressure here. Good look underneath. Look at that. Tyler Llewellyn, 2 straight field goals. He's got 4. Back to an 11-point lead. Oh! Altemeyer wasn't looking. Saw it coming at the last second, but couldn't adjust.
Yeah, one thing my coach always said was when you make the pass, you got to make sure you got eyes on the other player. Make sure you guys lock eyes and know what's going on.
Colton Cease in no real hurry. Lob inside, too much for Young. Ball on the floor. Now Hornets will get it. We're going to have a foul on Rose as he a little too much body contact, got his arms in. Draws the foul, commits the foul. Approaching 90 seconds. Hornets need to get some momentum going here. Some positive things happening in the final 90 seconds. Establish something for the second half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, you look at the scoreboard now and it doesn't look good, but you get a basket right before the end of the half and you realize it's not that big of a game right now.
A lot of Hornets bunched up together there in the lane, top of the key. A couple of shots at the basket, but nothing will fall. They're going to shoot 2 free throws here. It'll be Trevor Altemeyer at the free throw line. Spacing a little bit off in that last offensive set.
Yeah, but good job by the Hornets to crush the boards. I mean, they've got at least 4 attempts in that last round, resulted in good things happening.
First one in and out for Altemeyer. Five different players scoring for Rockford, just 2 for the Hornets. Altemeyer could become number 3 here. Llewellyn secures the rebound, as he has much of the first half.
Good look up ahead.
Cottle gets a shot up. Travels before that, though. A lot of bodies on the floor. I wasn't sure which way that call was going to go.
Yeah, almost dangerous. It looked like Cottle was about to potentially land on a Rockford Fire player, but fortunately everybody's okay for the final 48 seconds. Clock hasn't started yet. There it goes.
Llewellyn was cutting toward the ball, but not enough to get it there. Deep 3. Good for Parker Branscombe.
Well, he gets himself on the board, and that's a big-time shot. We talked about right before the half ending. It's an 8-point game right now. Looks a lot different than 20-9.
Get a steal here. Fast break if you can. Out of bounds with 21.8.
And it seems strange, but this is a big 21 seconds in this game. I mean, if the Hornets get another basket before the game ends, they go into halftime feeling like they're right back in it.
3 ball, off the mark.
Nice save.
17 seconds, here we go. That's Cottle to the basket. Can he score? No. Rockford back the other way with 8. 5. Shot off the glass and good for Colton Cease. He's got 9. One more shot at it. Won't count. 22-12. Rockford with the half-court or halftime lead.
And I thought that was a big no call at the end over there. It very easily could have been a charge call or a blocking call, but I like the no call. I think it really kind of helps the flow of the game.
NCHCLive.com, your source for all the broadcast action throughout the national tournament. Check it out, NCHCLive.com. Back with the second half in just a few moments here on YouTube.
As a young girl playing tennis, I always dreamed of winning an Olympic gold medal for Puerto Rico. Entering the 2016 Rio Games, I was ranked 34th in the world. People said I had no chance to win the gold medal. The odds were against me. No woman representing Puerto Rico had ever won Olympic medals of any kind, and no woman or man had ever claimed gold for Puerto Rico. They said just to be an Olympian was good enough, that the competition was too good, that I should treat this as a building block for my career. They said go to Rio and just enjoy the experience. Well, I did. Yes, I can. And with real-time pain relief, so can you.
They will tell you, you're not tough enough.
Incredible, the fact, obviously, I mean, walking out of here.
You're not strong enough.
Says, let me have it. Whoa, no.
You can't get back up. You can't succeed. You can't win. You never ride the world's ranked sports. But I disagree. I'll tell you this. When you get back up, you will succeed. Yes, you can.
Sim, você pode.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
"24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I train for something that should be impossible. When 8 seconds can change your whole life, it's not really about the seconds, it's about the hours. The hours that I spend preparing mentally and physically. It's about being the last one to quit, no matter how bad you hurt. If you dream of winning, you better be ready to earn it. Yes, you can."
I used to think that living with aches and pains was just going to be part of my life, but now I have a secret weapon, real-time pain relief cream. I just rub it in and the pain is gone. It smells great, doesn't burn my skin, but don't take my word for it. You can try it yourself for just $1. Order yours now at tvpainrelief.com. Again, that's tvpainrelief.com. Real-time pain relief. It will be $1 well spent.
Second half of our 14U Gold Ball Championship underway here. 2A. Hornet basketball to start. They turn it over. Not the start they were looking for here in the second half.
Yeah, the Fire coming out with the same defensive presence that they had in the first half, and a big shot knocked down by David Rose.
He's got 5. And they double up the Hornets, 24-12.
The Fire also doing a good job of preventing Cottle from getting the ball in the middle. We're going to see if they'll be able to knock down some open shots.
Oh, there we go.
They're going to give him a
Corbin.
2.
Yep.
Unfortunately for him, he had a foot on the line.
It's all right. They got some points a lot quicker here in this half than they did in the first half. Good fake underneath. Parker Jones can't score. It'll stay here with Rockford. Got to get it in.
Nice job of saving it by Cease.
Well, I was watching the official's hand down here. He was on 4 and counting down to 5, so they almost didn't make it. Nice basket by Tyler Llewellyn. He's got 6. Pointed a finger toward the man who got him the ball. Giving credit where credit was due. Drive by Cottle, and he scores.
Yeah, nice lefty scoop for Cottle.
He's got 6. Llewellyn with the drive. Forces up a shot, it won't go. Good rebound by Altemeyer. Ahead to Broach. Boy, wow. he had to adjust midstream. He's got 2. And 26-18.
Yeah, nice clutch for him. And now the Hornets are applying a little half-court pressure.
Well, that 12-point lead is down to 8, so generate some offense with your defense. We've talked about it all tournament long. Rose for 3.
Now the Hornets pushing the pace a little bit.
Branscombe. Nice
Great
bounce
lead.
pass across. And 2 more for Corbin Mora. He's got 9. Look who woke up. Man. Good drive as well by Colton Cease. He's got 11. Back to 8 points. Good look inside. Will it fall? Yes, it does.
Wow.
And that's 2 points for Trevor Altemeyer, his first 2 points of the game. So now we have 5 players in the books for the Hornets.
With defensive hands tipped away. Chance to cut it to a 1-possession game.
3 minutes to go here in the third. Branscombe through Broach. Now they go underneath. Oh, rejected by Llewellyn. Wow. Young gets it back. Coach says pull it out. They lose it. Cottle, left-handed dribble. Crosses over with the right. Cottle with 8. Now they're within 4.
Yeah, Cottle did a good job over there of decelerating the appropriate amount of speed to lay that in. Good hands.
Yeah, Cottle wreaking some havoc here, and Coach Young's going to call a timeout, sort some things out. Meanwhile, Coach Cottle is totally thrilled with their team's effort here to start the second half.
Yeah, they cut it down to a 4-point deficit. At one point, it seemed like it was 11 or 12 right before the halftime. And since then, the Hornets have come out firing in the second half and got the start that they wanted to get right back in the game, 28-24.
3 timeouts left for the Fire, 4 left for the Hornets. 2:19 to go here in the third. Some of the things we talk about in the broadcast, when you do 10, 11 games a day, some of the same things happen and things evolve, but the fact that teams can come back and battle back is an exciting thing to watch. We don't want to see blowouts in these games. We're not rooting for that at all. But to see a little give and take, a little push and shove, a little come from behind and make it interesting, or go ahead and win, those are some great storylines that get talked about throughout the tournament.
Yeah, and a lot of the games end up having an ebb and a flow. Not all of them. Some of them only have an ebb. Those are the blowouts you talked about. But to see what the Hornets have done to come back in this game, I mean, this is their season on the line, essentially. I mean, granted, you do play some great competitive games later on, even if you lose, like Scott mentioned earlier in the broadcast. But again, none of these players signed up to win a silver.
Right. Drive to the basket short for Jones.
Guess who?
They get it anyway. Llewellyn adds to his total. He's got 8.
Yeah, we're not keeping track of rebound stats, but he's definitely working on a double-double.
For sure. 3 tries now for the Hornets. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah, Branscombe was looking to hand it off on that particular play and just didn't make a connection with the other player who had his back turned. Fortunately for them, it was knocked out of bounds by the Fire.
Quick jumper for Mora. Partially blocked. What was a 10-point lead at half, went to 12. They've trimmed it to 6, but David Rose hits a big 3. He's got 8. Stretches it back to 9. Oh, looky here. Rose with another steal. Can't get the layup, but the follow is there for Parker Jones.
And this is where the Hornets have to be careful. They got it down to 4. They can't let this be another downer to get it to 11.
Now that he's crossed half court, he being Emmerich Broach, Coach Cottle wants a timeout. 30 seconds taken. He's got 2 fulls and a 30 left.
I'm not sure if you guys can hear it on the broadcast, but the whistle volume in here. Some of these homeschool parents have an incredible ability to whistle. Maybe it's just a parental thing. I mean, if you're trying to find your kid across the store, you just give them that whistle, say, hey, it's time to go. My mom was able to do that. She had this just incredible whistle that as soon as I heard it, it was distinct.
Yeah.
I knew it was hers. And some of these parents' ability to whistle is unrivaled. It is a loud bounce off the roof in here.
I would submit to you as a parent and now a grandfather that if you are the parent of a gym rat, it's a whole different whistle. It's a whistle of a different kind. It's a skill that is developed to a whole nother level. But you're right, it's very distinct and very noticeable, and all you say is thank goodness for headphones.
Yeah, and I'm sure as a parent or as a player, you get used to your parents' whistle.
Turnaround jumper for Cottle won't go. Oh, might have got away with a walk. Floater won't go for Rose. Possession back to Northwest Arkansas with 50 seconds to play. Clock finally starts there. Silas Wood, lob inside, shot up and no good. Out of bounds and back to the Rockford Fire.
You gotta love the Fire. Looks like several members of their varsity team down there beating on the pads to encourage their defense on that end.
Cheering them on. Lots of contact down there. Carter Young at 20, that's Rose at the free throw line. Llewellyn. Good ball movement underneath, my goodness. Probably 2 or 3 different shots could have been taken in that possession. Clock stopped at 10.5. Get it in the corner to Cease. He'll shoot the 3, won't quite drop. Good rebound by Young, I believe. Or was that Llewellyn?
No, it was Young, but unfortunately he stepped on the baseline as he was trying to kick it back out.
3.8 on the clock.
Yeah, just under 4 seconds. Good job of them to roll it up. See if they can get a good look. Cottle from deep.
Online, just not enough oomph. 35-24. Rockford stretches their lead back to 9. They were up 10 at half, up as many as 12 in that third quarter. Sorry, they lead by 11, not 9. Fourth quarter coming up. Again, you can catch all the action from all the games we broadcast, nchclive.com. We are Feature Court 2 here at Central, BBC Feature Court 1, and Facebook games out there as well. So look for them, watch them, rewatch them, watch them live, whatever fits your schedule. We appreciate it no matter what. Back with the fourth quarter here on YouTube in just a moment.
Real-Time Max is Real-Time's most powerful lotion. Real-Time Max delivers fast pain relief to persistent, intense pain, including deep muscle pain, cramps, and over 100 types of arthritis. Loaded with peppermint, Real-Time Max provides a powerful burst of fast, minty pain relief.
(35-24), Rockford Fire under head coach Young, looking for a 14U Gold Ball Championship, Class 2A. We're within 5 minutes and 55 seconds of getting that, but the Northwest Arkansas Hornets want to turn the tide their way. Another opportunity for Rockford. They come up empty. Mora with a big rebound. Cottle, cross-court pass, trying to find a cutting Hornet, comes up short. Wow. And one. Basket going to count for Colton Cease. He's got 12.
Yeah, he really turned on the Jets. Got just ahead of the defense enough to lay it up and get bumped from behind. So quick update from BBC. Another boys 14 and under game. One of the games we saw yesterday with the Moni Patriots. They are currently rocking the Warriors from HCYA 22-9 in the second quarter.
Drive into the lane for Cottle. That will go. Gives him 10 points in the game. Gets it back to 12. Good idea, but good defense. Better defense by Emmerich Broach. Cottle going to cut through. Foul on the floor. The ball out for Northwest Arkansas.
I think that's the third foul on David Rose.
But just the first team foul of the second half.
Yeah, Cottle's definitely been the man for the Hornets in this game. He's got 10. Next closest player has 8.
Broach goes inside to Cottle. Take away by the Fire. Drive by Young. Too hard. Cottle the other way. Trying to get the angle on the left side. Shot up and good. Cottle with 12.
Yeah, tough angle as well as he was fading baseline.
Baseline trying to save it, can't. The official right there in the corner. Became part of the play, didn't want to, but timeout taken, I think, by the Hornets. It's going to be a full. So that leaves Coach Cottle with 1 full and 1:30 left. Rockford with 3, 2 fulls and a 30 left. 10-point game. This is kind of where we were at halftime, 22-12. Fouls are not going to be, at least team fouls are not going to be an issue. They've got a lot to give. So if the Hornets want to use that as part of their strategy, getting to the free throw line, they are going to need some help.
Yeah, and I think it's a good timeout from Coach Cottle there. Just kind of, again, refocus your guys for the next phase of this game. You had the low of being down, 12 plus in the first half to the high of being down only 4, and then it swung back the other way to about 11 or 12. And so now he's really trying to get them to realize, hey, guys, we just got to chink away at this. Chip away and keep working and working and working. You're not going to hit a 11-point play. You've got to work and get some stops.
That's a great point. No 11-point plays in basketball.
Nope.
And they throw this one away.
Yeah, and there's plays like that that are going to be brutal in the end because you have opportunities. You only get so many possessions each game, and when you throw it away, it just makes it that much harder.
Approaching 4 minutes to play. 3 ball for Rose. Tap out. Rockford will maybe end up with it. Ball on the floor. And a timeout taken by Rockford. Saving the possession. That tells you how much coach thinks or where they're at in this ball game. He called a timeout to save that possession. They're up 10.
Right, and you're in the fourth quarter and you only have so many timeouts, but each possession's so critical, especially right now for Rockford. When they come out of it, I would be amazed if they didn't try and take some time off the clock. I mean, you're under 4 minutes to go. That last possession was a quick trigger 3 that I think Coach would have rather not had. But coming out of it, you've got the ball now because he had the presence of mind to call a timeout and keep the possession.
10-point lead for Rockford. Each team with 2 timeouts left. Coach Young's got 2 fulls. Coach Cottle's got a 30 and a full. They stack up Young and Llewellyn at the free throw line. It's Llewellyn. Take away. Loose ball, jump ball is going to favor the Northwest Arkansas Hornets. Chance to cut it to 8, possibly 7 here with this possession.
That ball is pinballing all over the place.
Mora across half court. Parker Branscombe. 3 ball. Not going to take it. Rose doing a good job of turning Parker Branscombe. He goes coast to coast along the baseline. Emmerich Broach, guarded by Rose. Gets past him, loses the dribble. Jump stop in the lane. Emmerich Broach. 2 big points right there. That cuts it to 8 with 3 to go.
Yeah, good cut across the lane and stop and pop.
Rose goes baseline, turns around, throws up a pass for Young. Back to Rose, back to Young. Foul called. It's going to be on Parker Branscombe. Just the 2nd team foul here in the second half. Cease and Young play catch. Now Young goes into the lane. Going to have a jump ball. Possession going to stay here with Rockford.
Well, the problem for the Hornets is the clock is ticking. They've got time, but not if they're not able to get some stops immediately.
Well, you got to have some things go right here at this point. You got to get some momentum going. That would help if you could get the steal. Now push it. Guard's got to bring the ball up. Branscombe. Oh, turn and face the basket. There's a 3.
Banks it in. Well, you talked about things going right. Banking in a 3-pointer is something you don't expect, but it's big for them.
I'd rather be lucky than good any day. I have a foul on Branscombe. 3rd team foul. Emmerich Broach checks in. Silas Wood will get a break. Fire to throw it in. Colton Cease. Skip pass to Rose. Whoa, back up top. Almost too much for Young. Back to Rose. Under 2 to play. And a jump ball. Possession to Northwest Arkansas. This is why I could not be a basketball official, and why it's got to be really bad for me to get critical. A jump ball versus a foul in that scenario. Players got the ball, you got 2 players all over him, and when you call it a jump ball, when you call it a foul, I don't think I could distinguish that fast as an official on the court. That's a tough call, especially when you're behind them.
And I think Rose had an argument there that his arm was grabbed before the ball was, and again, that's the tough part of being in these kind of games. When you allow the Hornets to come back in, then it becomes that much bigger of a thing. If it was still a 10-point game with 2 minutes left, or a 15-point game, there would be no argument there. But now, you know, each play is so massive that the Hornets once again have another chance to, like we talked about earlier, chip away. If they can, and they don't need a 3-pointer here. If they can still find a way to maybe work it inside to Cottle, or swing the ball around and get somebody on the weak side that can put a layup in, then you're in a great position. 2 minutes to go, or minute and a half to go, a 3-point game. You don't have to foul. You can play good, solid defense, come down on the other end, and keep taking your chances.
Rockford basketball. They'll throw it in here from the side. Go 3-quarter court. 1:56 to go, trailing by 5. Branscombe in no particular hurry. Rose will come up and force the issue. He and Broach will play catch out here in the front court. Now Broach inside to Cottle. On the baseline, out of bounds, back to Rockford.
You got to make sure Cottle's okay. He hit that brick wall with his backside, and he's up and running, so that's good to see.
He plays hard. He spent a lot of time on the floor. I mean, on the floor going after loose balls, being knocked around, and takes a toll on your body after a while.
Especially on day 3.
Rose to Llewellyn, into the paint, drive, nothing. Cottle, down court heave. Can he chase it down? Broach did a good job to try and get there, but it's going to come back to Rockford. So now you've had 2 empty trips, burned almost a minute off the clock. Still trailed by 5.
Yeah, that was a tough pass ahead. I think you've got to be more careful with the possessions that you have.
Running shot off the glass. Are we going to count it? Nope, we're going to shoot 2. Colton Cease with 13 points in the game.
I think Branscombe was a little bit surprised that they gave him the continuation 2-foul shot on that. I think he thought he grabbed him on the floor. But missed the first free throw.
Still a 2-possession game here.
Yeah, miss another one, you still come out on top of that particular possession.
Timeout taken by the Hornets. He's got 1 of each according to my account. .30 is what they're going to take here, so that leaves Coach Cottle with a full. 2 fulls left for Coach Young. Final 102 about to come your way. Coming up next, we're empty until 4:40. Then we start with the boys 18U, and we've got 4 straight 18U Gold Ball Championship games. 18U 7A, 3A, 1A, and then 5A. So some great 18U Gold Ball Championship games coming your way from 4:40 through probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Missed free throw. Chance to kind of solidify things. Now a steal and a putback by Llewellyn.
And unfortunately, I think that steal and putback might have sealed the game. We'll see with this 3-pointer.
Off the mark for Broach.
And again, from the beginning, Llewellyn securing that rebound amongst a triple team. Takes a pretty tough hit, but no one took the ball from him.
Yep. I bet he'd make a great running back.
Yeah.
Protect the ball like that. Man. That's the Scott Staten rub-off for me. We had a couple players this morning that, based on the contact they gave and took, probably some pretty good football players, but ball out of bounds. It'll go back to Northwest Arkansas. I'm sorry, back to Rockford.
We'll see if the Hornets choose to foul here with 42 seconds left. We're going to get a timeout first from Coach Young, but yeah, I'll be interested to see when we come out of this timeout if the Hornets choose to foul. Obviously, you go for a steal first, but I'm going to see if they choose to foul instantly or if they're going to go ahead and let the defense play out.
It's a full timeout. We'll take a break with them. 40-33, Rockford on pace to win a championship. We'll see what happens in the final 42.7 from Central High School when we come back.
I used to think that living with aches and pains was just going to be part of my life, but now I have a secret weapon, real-time pain relief cream. I just rub it in and the pain is gone. It smells great, doesn't burn my skin, but don't take my word for it. You can try it yourself for just $1. Order yours now at tvpainrelief.com.
42.7 seconds. Rockford to inbound, trying to hang on and win a national championship here. Gold ball championship anyway. Stay with Rockford. 40.1 now.
And that was a great play coming out of the timeout. They threw it deep, which meant even if the Hornets were able to steal it, they've got to go the full length of the court.
Hornets had a steal, but they step out of bounds. It's going to come back here. That trap worked on the sideline as Broach hobbles to the sideline. Rose will throw it in. Good job getting that ball in and safe spot on the court where his teammate could run it down.
Yeah, good job running off clock too. The Hornets haven't been able to foul.
Now they get it back. Cease trying to get a steal. 20 seconds to go. Branscombe through traffic. Young comes away with it. Try and dribble it out. Now he's fouled by Cottle with 11.5.
And unfortunately, I think there's a little bit of recognition in the body language of the Hornets. They've been frustrated by a seemingly lack of calls from their end. It has been a very physical game. A little bit of a bump there. And finally, the foul is called on Mora.
Now we'll shoot 1 and 1. It'll be Young who will come to the free throw line and shoot 1 and 1. The official reluctant to call the first contact. Second time he had no choice.
Well, and I think both of these teams will be feeling it tomorrow. You know, football, rugby, however you want to make a comparison. They've taken a beating.
Carter Young with 5 points now by my count, unofficially.
And make or miss this free throw, if you're the Fire, the last thing you want to do is foul. My coach would tell us, hey, just put your hands down. No foul. Let him score. That's okay.
3 for Cottle off the mark. Clock stops with 1.3 back to Rockford. So one more touch and that'll be it.
Yeah, congratulations to the Rockford Fire. They're going to move on into the Gold Ball Showdown Series. And the boys 14 and under, they're the 2A Gold Ball champions.
41-33, the final score. Congratulations, they join the list of Gold Ball champions already today. Bluegrass United, their 18 and under teammates won one earlier today. The Saints and Trinity Pacific, all Gold Ball winners, as well as Cincinnati Trailblazers. So 6 games in the book, 6 Gold Balls given out. We've got 4 more to do, and we'll do those when we come back at 4:40 this afternoon. Until then, we'll say so long from Central High School. We'll rejoin you about 4:40 this afternoon. Indianapolis and Omaha coming up in the boys 18U 7A Gold Ball Championship here from Central High School on YouTube.